How can we produce alcohol at home? This may be fermented alcohol, or it may then be concentrated eventually to form concentrated alcohol, that is 95% or 100% alcohol for various purposes, which may also be used as a disinfectant in the COVID-19 disease. It can also be used as a disinfectant for or as a sanitizer for against COVID-19 disease and against all viral diseases. So let's come to the materials required. We need sugar, water, and yeast or kambir. Kambir is the dough which is kept overnight in a non-katai shop. There are bread makers, traditional bread makers in Kashmir. They are known as non-katais, and the dough they keep for overnight maturing is known as kambir. It is rich in yeast. So if you don't have this kambir, you can purchase yeast from Amazon.com or Amazon.in. The first step involves taking half a kilogram of sugar and dissolving it to make a saturated solution. The objective here is to make a saturated solution of sugar, and you can yourself calculate what is the amount of sugar that needs to be dissolved in water. After this sugar solution has been formed, you have to add kambir or yeast to the solution in a bottle. Preferably a glass bottle may be taken, or a plastic bottle will also work fine. Then the sugar solution has to be poured in the bottle, which I mentioned in earlier, which it must be a glass bottle or a plastic bottle. The bottle has to be made airtight. We have to take care that it's not air cannot come into the bottle from outside. A carbon dioxide seal may be used for this purpose, and a carbon dioxide seal just prevents any air from the exterior to go inside the bottle, and it allows the carbon dioxide which is produced during fermentation in the jar or bottle to escape to outside. That's why it's known as a carbon dioxide seal. So we have to alternatively we may use an airtight bottle which has a very small air space. So the small air space serves to collect the carbon dioxide that is given off by the yeast during the fermentation reaction. In a fermentation reaction, glucose is acted upon by yeast, and it produces ethanol and carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide then goes out. This is the bottle that we have used. We have kept sugar solution plus sugar solution plus a kambir. This ball-like structure inside this ball-like structure inside the bottle is a kambir. It is an overnight dough which has matured. It's known as kambir. It is full of yeast. And now let us move to the step 4. This bottle has to be kept off for a week until turbidity develops. For better results, allowed to stand for 2 weeks. This will be indicated by the amount of turbidity that develops in the bottle, and it allows fermentation to proceed. It may take a week, sometimes it may take a month for better results, but if you are in a hurry, then you may keep it for a week. So this is how it looks after a week. There is turbidity, that is alcohol is present, and fermentation has occurred. During the week you will see that bubbles are rising from the yeast, and reaction is occurring. This yeast at the end of the fermentation period is dead because after the concentration of the alcohol reaches 12 to 13 to 14%, the yeast are killed by the alcohol, as a result of which By fermentation alone we cannot produce concentrated alcohol, and the concentration of the alcohol that is produced by fermentation is ranges from 5% to 20%, in 5% in beer, 20% in wine, and other such things. The alcohol kills the yeast, and thereby we cannot produce concentrated alcohol by fermentation alone. For concentration of the alcohol we have to use other procedures such as distillation. Then use alum or activated charcoal can be used to clarify the turbidity in the medium. This stuff is an optional. This is done in order to increase the appearance or look of the alcohol. In order to obtain the purpose of this video is to produce only alcohol by fermentation, but if somebody wants to produce a concentrated alcohol, then there's another step that is known as distillation. We'll make a separate video for this distillation process, but we will give you some details here. The distillation process is done at 78.2 degrees Celsius. The distillate that is obtained is 95% ethanol. This is because at 78.2 degrees Celsius water and ethanol mixture boils as an azeotrope of 95%. So before that we cannot use 100 degrees Celsius, and because it will be a very high temperature. A thermometer may be used to control temperature. We can also use you can use a metal container as well in this distillation process. Thank you.